Just shouting out YouTube alone because we're streaming all over the place. Spotify, we'll be on Apple here shortly. Wherever you're tuning in to us tonight, we got TikTok going as well. I appreciate all of you guys for joining this community, helping us spread this message, and taking action so that your family can survive and thrive during the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. In tonight's late night session, okay, we're going to go through a quick update, take a look at the market. It is in the red, but what we want to talk about is how the value is yet to be unlocked. We know it's not going to be unlocked during this time, so we need to stay focused. We need to stay locked in. I was just telling TikTok that I don't even look at the charts anymore. I don't check the prices anymore on a daily basis. Usually I don't check the market until I come onto my live stream and we pull up Coin Market Cap with you guys, because I just don't care. I know that we're in a rough spot here, holding bags of cryptos that are supposed to have utility. Guys, it's coming. Our time is coming. On a daily basis, that gets reaffirmed by the research that we come across, the documents that we come across. Huge shout out to everyone in the XRP community for all the research. Huge shout out to all my Discord members that are sharing information in our Discord group, sharing information with me. That makes my work easy when I can just log into my Discord and I can check. We got all the channels for all the news in regards to cryptocurrency and everything else. If you're looking to get in and get tapped into the serious strategies and plans, guys, we're going to be having 2 classes on prepping this month in my Discord, as well as another real estate update as well. So we're trying to get you guys tapped into not just cryptocurrency, not just the truth, not just the theories, not just buying some precious metals, not just running one little business. Right? This is about getting it together across every aspect of our life, financially, spiritually, mentally. This is a battle on every front. So I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We're going to run it up. So thank you so much. If you guys could smash that thumbs up for me, share the stream with other like-minded individuals. Let's get everyone up in here tonight and let's have ourselves a party. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so let's get a quick price check. At the time of this recording, we are here at 9 p.m. on the West Coast. Bitcoin's trading at 43,000, Ethereum's at 31, and our XRP's back down to 76. Okay, so that's an opportunity. Take advantage if you want to. I personally am still on the sidelines, but that's for other personal reasons. But, it's been a great time to load up. Anything under $1, anything under a quarter for XLM, all of these coins that we've been looking at, these are the only ones that I'm going to be holding during this bear market. Whether we do catch this final blow off, great pump alt season to finish off this run, which I do believe is still coming, whether or not we get that, I am fine holding all of my cryptos through whatever we're about to go through. Because I know that once we make it out onto the other side, the real value is going to be unlocked. The real pools of liquidity will be opened up. And so I sit comfortably, I sleep peacefully at night, knowing what I hold and knowing what I continue to accumulate, and knowing that we've built businesses that are recession-proof, that are depression-proof. We have been making preparations on every single level, and it is an exciting time to be alive with plenty of opportunity. Now let's get into it, okay? U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to discuss digital assets and risks at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. So I don't know what time zone that is, but tomorrow morning, Janet Yellen was in front of some congressional committee today, but she's going to be coming back tomorrow. So shout out to Janet. Janet Yellen is going to be back on tomorrow to give us the update on digital assets and risks. And that should be exciting. Now, what's amazing to see right now in this moment in time is that the United States is still lagging behind the rest of the world, but cryptocurrency regulation is here at the forefront. We just saw the UK make stablecoins legal tender. Okay, we're seeing now we have Janet Yellen here talking crypto. Congress is talking crypto. We got all the congressmen here. We got Tom Emmer. We got Warren Davidson. We got Cynthia Loomis. There's a few good ones in there. Very few good ones. But huge shout out to the people fighting the good fight, trying to get something done. Obviously, Janet, no telling Yellen. It's an absolute joke, actually, to be honest. If we continue on here, U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen, this is what she said today. I try to be respectful and try to be nice, but it's an absolute freaking joke. In the event of aggression against Taiwan, China should not doubt the U.S. willingness to deploy sanctions. Who is still scared of the United States at this point, other than the military threat? Now, the military threat's all we got. You know, who cares? No one's using our dollars. No one's buying our bonds. No one's buying our debt. Okay, this thing's done. No one cares about SWIFT. And yet we still have here no telling Yellen taking the stand and saying that we would no doubt have a willingness to deploy sanctions. How has that program worked out in Russia? Not so well. The Russian ruble already back to pre-invasion levels, and they're sitting on record amounts of gold, and they're stockpiling all their commodities, and they're only selling us their commodities if we pay in rubles, gold, or Bitcoin. The story's up, Janet. I don't know what reality you're living in where sanctions are still a threat. Now, our military's still a threat, but, well, these people aren't in control. These people aren't in control at all. They've been running the show, the puppet show here for a while. Janet, no telling Yellen, good guy Gary, Elizabeth, I got a plan for that, Warren, Joe, trailing behind 44. That would be Barack Obama. I usually don't like to say his name, but yeah, you guys saw that event yesterday. It does appear that Mr. Obama is still running the show over there in the DC corporate state. So, you know, we're watching this thing fall apart, and as it goes down, these people are feeling the pain. These people are getting squeezed, and we have, you know, Janet Yellen still trying to act tough here. Good guy Gary coming in here to set the regulations eventually at some point here in the future, hopefully. But in the meantime, we wait. They hold back innovation, but they can't stop what's coming. That's the beautiful thing about this, is this technology is too strong. The internet democratizing information has leveled the playing field, and they can't stop the truth from being revealed right now. They're getting exposed on every single level. And it is hilarious to watch Janet come on here and tell us that, you know, we should still be acting tough as if our sanctions are going to do anything. That program's not working out too well, but she also tells us that she's concerned about Chinese lending around the world. This is coming out from Gold Telegraph. They say, don't worry, she told us we would never experience a financial crisis again in our lifetime in 2017. So it's like whatever the Fed says, it's going to be the exact opposite. Whatever Janet Yellen says, it's going to be the exact opposite. You know, and it's an absolute joke here to be concerned about other countries, what they're doing around the world. Now, I'm not going to go into that, but you guys already know. We are in no place to be on some high ground here. To the trolls on TikTok, have fun staying poor. I don't care at all what you have to say. We are so much better prepared than you guys. We are going to completely leave you behind as you get wiped out in this financial tsunami. You have no chance. You will absolutely get wrecked. Continue to stay poor. Continue to stay helpless. And you continue to stay trolling. Good luck and God bless to you. Continuing on. BlackRock doesn't like what they're seeing over there. BlackRock cuts $370 million in Chinese property development bond holdings in March. So this whole thing's starting to fall apart as far as the Wall Street money guys here as well, and specifically in China as well. Now, I'm streaming on TikTok, so I'm not going to speak on that country other than to say I hope they make it. But, you know, they got their own issues as well over there. And so we're starting to see this thing fold up. Now, Evergrande's been missing payments. They've been missing reporting, along with other things going on over there. It's getting exposed on all fronts. Now, let's continue on. Hester Pierce says, congratulations, we have 2 new commissioners being nominated here for the SEC. Mark Uyeda and Jamie Lizarraga. I'm probably butchering both those names. But it was interesting. Shout out to XRP Darren for finding this. Mark Uyeda, this guy here, was part of drafting this executive order from Trump. And this gets interesting. Participants in the executive order engagement process. Now, Ripple was involved in this, of course. Of course, Ripple was involved. But then if we continue on, we see that Mark Uyeda was involved as well. So he was actually a part of this executive order as well. And let's see, what do we got here? Let me show you guys. Oh yeah, right here. So this was the executive order, one of the many important executive orders that Trump passed while he was in office. A financial system that creates economic opportunities, capital markets. Executive Order 13772 on core principles for regulating the United States financial system. So if we look here, this is hilarious. So Ripple board member Craig Phillips was the counselor to the secretary. So his name is listed right here because he was serving directly to Steve Mnuchin, who is the Secretary of Treasury Department. So this was a document, working with the Treasury Department here, executive order. And let's see here. So Mark Uyeda, this commissioner, was part of drafting this document as well. So I was reading through the comments, though, on this announcement, and it looks like these guys are just some SEC folks that have kind of been going along. So I'm not getting too excited about that yet. Yeah, I'm trying to read. Yeah, so this person says, just from reading their bios, both of these nominees are terrible for crypto, both likely to be very... Well, let me clarify this. So let me say what this guy's saying. Both likely to be very, all cryptos are securities. Uyeda was the senior advisor to Homer J. Clayton, for crying out loud. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the issue that I have. 99% of these cryptos were securities, are securities. So we got to understand what happened here. There was very few cryptocurrencies that were actually introduced properly that didn't do unregistered securities offerings, XRP being one of them. 99% of the space was securities. So that's not the issue that I pick with the SEC. What I pick with them is picking winners and losers, not giving us a level playing field, not giving us clear guidance and regulation. And when you do try to come in and talk to them, then they sue you. That's my issue. So, I think that the plan all along was to make 99% of these securities. I mean, the way that they did the fundraiser was exactly how you do an initial public offering, essentially. So, pre-IPO. So, yeah, they are all securities. And 99% of them don't have any utility or value anyway. So we can get rid of 99% of them, just like Brad says. So that's really not my issue, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to do an additional research on these two commissioners that are being nominated right now. We know Hester Pierce is one of the good gals in there fighting the good fight. So huge shout out to Hester Pierce. Huge shout out to XRP Darren for looking into this as well. We will continue to research this and find more information on this connection. But of course, Ripple board member helping draft that executive order with Trump and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. And then we get the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios, to join our board of directors. I mean, it's just so simple, guys. We don't have to make this thing complicated. At a certain point, you get enough information that you realize that XRP is going to be the reserve currency of the new financial system. It is the king, the one to rule them all. And this is why it's been so hard for me to cover other cryptocurrencies, because they just don't get me excited, as I continue to say. If you can show me a cryptocurrency that's doing something interesting and solving real problems that actually the world needs, I'd love to talk about it. But there's just very few. Anyways, let's continue on. We're going to talk up here real quick about the housing market and what's happening here with the interest rates. This is coming from Fed's Harker. We are starting to see some cooling in the housing market as we raise rates. Gee, go figure, right? Check this out. This is coming from Alf, Macro Alf on Twitter. My real estate agent just called to urge me to sell my property in the Netherlands as, quote, buyers are becoming more reluctant at these prices. Mortgage rates are up almost 1% in 12 months in EU2. Salary shrinking when you adjust for inflation. 12% year over year in Netherlands. Energy costs rising. The recession's here. So you're seeing the CNBC type folks debating when we're going to have a recession. You're starting to see some of the big ones. I think Goldman Sachs just called for a recession next year as well. Guys, the pain's already being felt now. So it's just a matter of how much worse is it going to get before they actually fix and address any of the issues. They're actually making the issues worse by prolonging this thing instead of just letting it fall and crash, right? Where was this? Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. The 30-year, this is in America, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate just passed 5% for the first time since 2011. Thus, with the average home price at $511,000 today versus $408,000 last year, and the 30-year fixed mortgage rate at 5% today versus 3.32% a year ago, the average cost of the mortgage is now $2,138 a month versus $1,129 just 1 year ago. So the mortgage rate has doubled on that average home. So yeah, I'm excited right now. I'm getting ready to make a move. I'm not going to rush into any bad deals. For you guys wanting to know kind of what my real estate strategy is right now, I'll just briefly say I'm not so concerned about getting an investment thing going right now. I just need to secure a house for my family. So I'm just looking for my personal situation. I'm not worried about making money on the real estate deal. I feel like I'll be able to value add, no problem. I'll be selective about what I get into. I'm not worried about losing. Right now, I'm worried about locking in my cost of housing. As you guys are seeing here, the mortgage rate doubled and the rents are going up, anywhere from 10, 20% or more as well. And then when you combine that with, like he said, the salaries are shrinking when you adjust for inflation, which is 12% year over year in the Netherlands. They're telling us that it's 8% here in the United States. We know that it's actually double that if you use the real data. So we're feeling that as well. And then with the energy costs rising, absolutely. It's costing people twice as much to fill up their gas tanks. It's costing people 50% or double to fill up the fridge. So I've positioned myself right now in my companies. We've, been keeping our companies out of any debt. We have fixed rate debt at 0% actually. And we basically are just running cash flow. And personally, I've been waiting for this opportunity in the real estate market as well. I'm not waiting for a crash. I'm not looking for real estate to crash 50% and me be able to swoop up, just some steal of a deal. I'm just looking for a squeeze of at least, 5-10%, hopefully. But regardless, I'm going to be strategic about the property that I do buy. So I'm not worried about losing on that. But it's getting expensive. The people are feeling the squeeze. I do feel like some opportunities could be coming here down the road for the real estate market as well. So be ready for that. Now, the German central bank is worried about banks lending to an overextended buyer in an overheated property market and reserves the right to impose additional curbs. So this is happening, right? We've been talking about this over in Europe, the Netherlands, here in America, here in Germany as well. The lenders are starting to tighten up, right? The lenders are starting to crash this party, end this party. So I want you guys to prepare. I want you guys to have a plan. I'm not telling you to sell your house now. I'm not telling you to make a move or do anything. Real estate to me is a whole other business. So I have a whole business for real estate. I have a whole plan for investing in real estate down the road. For right now, I'm just trying to secure and get my own personal situation locked in. The cost of housing is going to continue to go up, in my opinion, because we have such a shortage of houses. That's the main issue. Okay, let's continue on. This is coming from High Heat on Twitter. Does anyone actually believe higher interest rates are negative for gold in a country with $30 trillion in debt and $168 trillion in unfunded liabilities? So many people just focus on that $30 trillion in debt without considering the fact that we have $168 trillion in unfunded liabilities as well. So we are hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt, not just 30 trillion. we have a massive, massive problem. And this is why they have to inflate out of this, which is another thing I want you guys to consider. Because this is what I think about is you have your interest rates have gone up to 5%, but we know that the real inflation rate is about 15%. So although we'll be paying more to lock in those mortgages, to lock in those rates, you still have that disparity between a 5% interest rate on your mortgage and a real 15% inflation rate if we actually use the real data to calculate the CPI. So consider that. But yeah, I mean, exactly. This is why I just started stacking silver as well. So I got all my bases covered. I got silver. I don't own any gold, but we've been stacking silver. Second Amendment, stacking. God bless America. Cryptocurrency, I haven't been stacking much since December. I've been adding a little bit here and there. But as far as adding heavy to my positions, I haven't been adding heavy for a long, long time, right? I do continue to dollar cost average a little bit into the utility projects that I like. But, you know, since we called the bear market in December, I have not been really taking any serious positions. But we're hedging our bets, you know, sitting on cash right now, ready to buy the blood in the streets. Now, this is just something I wanted to throw in here too. This is from Zero Hedge. Coming out of New York City. New York City, major crime up 36.5%. So, you know, if you're tuning in across the world, I know that it's getting crazy out there as well. Here in America, though, we're starting to see it really get tense. And the situation that I describe in the inner cities, the cities of America, is the purge. I've said this before, and I will continue to say this. These cities are not safe. These cities are getting worse. The violent crime is increasing. People are feeling the pain. The inflation is hitting. And this is lining up for food and energy riots, food and energy protests coming up this summer. I'm expecting this summer to be very chaotic, to be very hot. Not just because of climate change, but because of protests hitting the streets once again here in America. So I want you guys to be ready for that. I want you guys to have a plan for that. Strategic relocation may need to be part of your strategy if you live in one of these major cities right now. Because, I mean, the standard of living in there is unacceptable, in my opinion. I don't get how you guys put up with that in these major cities. It's really a shame as an American here to see what's happening. It's lawlessness. It's complete lawlessness. And so this is what happens with the falling empire, right? You have internal disorder, external disorder, and you have the end of a debt cycle, money market cycle. So this is what we've been expecting. It's only getting worse. I want you guys to be prepared on every single front. Okay. Huge shout out to the super chats. BB, thank you. Thank you for that 14 spot. Stathis, thank you for the 5 spot. I really do appreciate the super chats. Brenda, thank you for that 10 spot. Thank you for showing up every night and all that you do for this community. Love the Discord group. Brenda, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining the Discord as well. Yep, I appreciate it. And we had Adeline with the 10 spot. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all the super chats tonight. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, it's getting bad. You guys are in Baltimore. It's a, oh, yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah, that's a rough one for sure. Now, I wanted to wrap up with a little retweet of Quincy Jones, our boy Quincy here. He says, I see so many judge the success of a crypto by the relative value it holds in fiat, when in reality, we should be judging them by the number 1, daily active users on the network. Number 2, on-chain volume for exchange of digital assets and goods. Number 3, network features and dApps. And number 4, token liquidity. And I retweeted this and I added exactly. Once regulators give us the level playing field, we will take over the world. Hashtag the X coins, XRP, XLM, XDC. And this is exactly it, guys. People are so focused on price. And because the economic crisis is getting worse, I understand. You want to make money on your crypto. You're trying to do some trading. You're swing trading. You're trying to make money. I get it, because the squeeze is on. We're feeling the pain. But we have to remain patient, and we have to understand that a lot is being rebuilt. This is a rebirth of the financial system, okay? So have patience. Go look at these metrics: daily active users, on-chain volume, network features and dApps, and token liquidity. That's what we need to focus on. Price is a distraction. I told you guys at the beginning of this, I don't even check prices anymore on a daily basis. I'm lucky to look at the charts once. I'm not taking any time to do day trading right now, so that's why I don't even care. I just don't even watch the daily movements. I listen on TikTok here. I listen on Twitter. When the market's red, I can tell because everyone's bitching and complaining. But that's to be expected right now. I get it. But you need to have patience, and you need to take advantage of this opportunity. I mean, thank God we've been able to invest into these technologies for this long. We've been able to pack our bags for this long. Now, you need to have strategies besides crypto, besides stocks, besides metals, besides investing in real estate. And as I just put out a video, how to prepare for a recession. And when I make these videos, I always start with income. Are you generating cash flow? What are you doing to get money in your bank account? Whether you're working for USD, whether you're working for the central bank digital currency once it gets rolled out, whether you're working for whatever. How are you bringing the bread home? And how much are you bringing home? You need to have a real conversation with yourself, with your family, with your business partners. You need to figure out how to get it done right now. Huge shout out to Moonwalker. Thank you for the 10 spot. Much respect. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. Okay. With that being said, we're on the brink of a new financial system being rolled out. Thank God we've had this opportunity to invest in these assets that are going to run the new financial system. We have all the documents. We have all the partnerships. We have all the proof. Now going forward, looking at this month, I'm super excited because this month I'm going to be dropping some deep dive content on the Lobster Stellar ecosystem. So I'm going to be looking more into Stellar, the DeFi ecosystem that's being built, tied on top of Lobster. I was listening to videos today on that. I'm still collecting information. I'm not ready to give you guys a thumbs up, a thumbs down, to recommend any coin on the Lobster platform, to tell you that I know how it works. To basically tell you that I can't confirm the rumors that I'm hearing right now, but we're gonna look into it, and it's definitely interesting, and I definitely see the utility. I definitely see the potential of the Lobster platform, but then we're going to be looking closely another deep dive on Flare coming up as well, because I think that these are going to be the two killer DeFi ecosystems for the new financial system. That's going to be Flare for XRP, and that's going to be Lobster for Stellar. So I'm super excited about these two ecosystems growing. We've seen development taking place on Ethereum, on Polygon, on Avalanche, Solana, all these other platforms, and we've been waiting for the real utility to get unlocked over here on XRP, XLM, XDC. So that's why I titled this stream Great Reset Before Value Unlocked, or something along those lines, is because we know that this wasn't our time, right? We weren't going to be set free while we were still in this old system, right? So with that being said, I just want to say you can head on over to zachrector.com if you're looking to get in touch, if you're looking to get the merch, if you're looking to join our exclusive Discord community. I appreciate all of you guys so much. This month in my Discord, we're going to be doing 2 classes on prepping. One's going to be just on the basics, getting started with the essentials of prepping. The second one's going to be more advanced on really taking it to the next level, how to involve precious metals, how to involve other strategies for grid down scenarios. But remember, we talk about prepping not just for the hurricane coming through town, not just for the end of the world, not just for grid down. The price of your food is up 50% from last year. So prepping would have been a smart investment, right? On top of that, we're going to be having our another real estate deep dive next month. We have multiple real estate investors in our Discord that are able to share us information when it comes to the real estate thing. And so super excited about the month ahead. On top of the deep dives that I'm going to be dropping, we have some special classes in our Discord group. If you guys are wondering, why does this guy charge money? For one, it's an incentive to kind of make you commit to taking action in your life, taking action in regards to your investments, your business, getting tapped into the truth. And it is a way to support the channel. So as always, I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate everyone who has been supporting the channel all along. If you do hop in our exclusive Discord community, it is only for the real ones, the ones who want to take action, the ones who want to learn more, the ones who want to participate. That's what makes the group so good. And I just want to say thank you for all of my Discord members. With that being said, let's get into a rapid fire Q&A session, guys. What are you working with tonight? Thank you for tuning in. We will check the market here. Still trading here in the red for today. So what are you guys working with? Tony, thank you for the 5-spot. Thoughts on biometric requirements after the cyber event? Might have to get the chip mark to off-ramp our digital assets. Well, we saw what they tried to do as far as the hokey pokey requirements. So that potential is always there, but they've kind of lost all of their credibility. They're losing their power to enforce those types of mandates. I would say that most people have already adapted the chip, though, just by, we live on our phones. We're already attached to our phones. So in that sense, we've already adapted it. Half the population would gladly probably take a chip. I mean, they already did. They already. I got to be careful here. But yeah. I mean, there is plans. Thank you, David. I try to stop searching conspiracy truths. I get too crazy on it, like Mel Gibson in Conspiracy Theory. Yeah, I mean, for me, once you get enough information that you can take effective action, you can go down the theories in your spare time when you got time to blow. But yeah. TikTok, what's up? What's up, TikTok? Trolls, I think you should just go, do something more valuable with your life besides trolling here. Okay, we're not going to give you any attention. We don't care about you. We already know that you're broke and poor and that you're going to be left behind. We tried to help you, but you don't listen. So yeah, good luck. Yeah, we already know that. Yeah, David, exactly. Neuralink. We already know Elon Musk is working on it. We want more faith. Are you talking about, what are you talking about, faith? You talking spiritual? You talking in regards to XRP? It's all tied together, right? God willing, we're going to make it. Please set us free. Think how Neuralink and Metaverse are going to be able to connect. Yeah, exactly. I think that they're going to get us used with the lenses first, which they've already started to implement. But they'll give us the, Snapchat glasses. They'll give us the Metaverse glasses, right, to get us started. Gold for reserves. Yeah. I got the gold bug. I got the precious metals bug. But I've just been investing in silver. How do you protect your crypto when the government comes after your unrealized gains? Pay your taxes. That's what I would recommend. Yeah. I know a lot of people in our community think that the IRS is like going away. Hey, I'm all for it, guys. I'm all for it. God willing, we will absolutely destroy and wreck the IRS, abolish the SEC and the Federal Reserve. But are you saying that you're good with getting the chip in your hand? No, I would never. I would never take a chip. Nope. The technology for quantum entanglement has already been delivered in the snake. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Ooh, ooh, you guys are going crazy in the chat. I can't even read your guys' comments. Too much of the secret sauce in the comments. I found a place to buy the Zim and the Dong currencies. Yeah, David, I mean, for me, you throw a little bit of money at it just because what the hell? I was listening to a guy today talk about how Zimbabwe is supposed to be the most prosperous and richest country after the reset. Nasara Jasara is coming. Yeah, I mean, it was coming in 2001 too, and then they did 9/11. So stay ready, stay vigilant, guys. That's my whole thing with that. I would love Nasara Jasara and all this great stuff to come, but stay ready. Stay ready. That's my whole thing with that. Oh, you guys are talking about wholesaling? Yeah, that's the thing is for me, real estate, I got a whole business strategy for real estate down the road. I got to get my capital up, to be honest. Gold in the ground in Zimbabwe. Is it true that the taco stand wallet stopped selling XRP? I did hear that. I'm not sure if that's actually true. Thoughts on Baba Cugs? Um, just a silly kid. John, what's up? Thank you for the likes, guys. Yo, TikTok, can we break 20K likes tonight? I appreciate all of you guys. What coins to buy? Um, if you guys need to ask what coins to buy, just subscribe, just follow here. I'm not going to tell you to do your own research. I know you already know that, but yet you still show up and ask that question. So just follow, subscribe, tune in. I'm not going to tell you what to buy ever. Can you speak on the EU wallet transfer regulations and how they're coming to the US next? They're coming to track everything. They're coming to track everything. I have no plans on hiding anything on the blockchain. I mean, they're coming for it all. Your highlights look great. Yeah, I don't dye my hair. I just got the natural sun bleach. Jay, we got a little something. A little bit of the secret sauce. What else am I live on? I should be live on Twitch too. Stream chat. You should talk about the banks being closed and the coin shortage. Yeah, actually, one of the credit unions that I bank with, they actually just acquired another bank. So what we're starting to see is the consolidation. I feel like a lot of people were kind of confused and thinking that like all of these things were just going away. But what's happening is they're being consolidated. Like Elon's buying Twitter, right? And so you're starting to see banks buying each other. The consolidation's happening. I think a lot of people just thought that like all of these cabal companies were just going to go away completely. I think for me, they have assets and not all of the companies bad. So we take the assets, hold them accountable. I'm glad to see that Elon's on Twitter, but I don't put any value really on Elon. Like I like what Elon does. I like Elon because he trolls the crypto community and he trolls the Dogecoin and he trolls Bitcoin. And people are mad at him for trolling. I think it's funny. Anything to wreck the Dogecoin army? I'm just kidding. I don't want to see anybody lose, but I just think it's funny. Dex, thank you for the 5 spot. Yeah, so Fox Business, they just showed that. They always show some interesting headlines over there. They said that the SEC loses battle with Ripple to register coin. I don't know if that's some foreshadowing or anything. I mean, this case is over. I did just see some good information on how the case was settled in October. That's when all the articles came out stating that it was done. Like multiple Yahoo Finance, law.us. There was multiple publications that said the case was over in October. So in my opinion, I do believe that this case, I was saying from the very beginning that they never had a case and that the thing was staged from the very beginning. But it does look like the settlement was reached in October. So I think that that's just foreshadowing. Which would mean that BitBoy was right. BitBoy's isn't that funny? If it does come out and it is announced that it was settled up in October. I don't know how they could keep things going on. Like, I guess they just got to put on the show. School Gamer 95, thank you. They just had to keep the show going. I don't think that they were ready to roll over to the new financial system yet. So did I see? I didn't watch BitBoy's video on the World Economic Forum, but I was interested to see him actually talk about that. It's basically gone mainstream now as far as Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, everything that's been going on there. Most people know now about the Bilderberg Group. A lot of people have become aware to all of these groups and entities over the last couple years. Can you imagine that BitBoy video though? We'll be able to come back on and say, I told you guys, case was settled in October. The victory is going to be so sweet. The assets from the companies that aligned with foreign powers are being consolidated and listed on Lobster. Yeah, so that's what they're saying, right? I'm going to continue researching that. Yeah, because well, that's the thing is, it's like we're starting to see the final pieces come together, right? Because we were well aware of Executive Order 13848 back when it came out. I think that's which one it was. You guys know which one I'm talking about. It's the one about seizing the assets of anyone who, colluded with other foreign interests, specifically in regards to our elections too. So as soon as that executive order came out, we were kind of on top of that and wondering, wow, that's interesting. And then we saw what took place with the election. And then now with what they're telling us about this lobster deal, that's interesting. Tony asks, Zach, who do you think is the spider in the middle of the web when it comes to the globalist power structure? Uh, the devil, evil. That's what's in the middle of it. How is my woman on here gifting me? What is my woman doing on my TikTok live stream giving me gifts? She's trying to steal my clout. Oz, thank you for the 7 spot. Thank you, Oz. Is the global reserve currency different from being ESDR? No, I think that they yeah, they basically have already made it in ESDR. Who do you think will be the first to pull the trigger publicly with XRP? I mean, so many already have, right? So many already have. Look at this. My haters, they really want me. They want to off me, this person. I sold all my stocks earlier this week. Yeah. Can you explain the lobster thing? So the story goes that they're basically moving the stock market over to lobster, to the Stellar network. Dex, thank you for the 5 spot. ETHgate, racketeering, and insider trading is getting some exposure. What is the level of exposure SEC is facing? I think that they're facing major exposure, which is why they have to stall this thing from getting exposed. Yeah. They really have to stall this thing. They have to settle it up before it gets exposed because it's all the way up to the very top. I mean, as we pointed out, Gary being Gary being the CFO of the criminal campaign conspiracy. Jake, thank you for the 5 spot. Brad Garlinghouse worth 11 billion versus Gary Gensler 114 million. The SEC versus Ripple is an obvious show to make the system ready for the reset. Mike, thank you for the glasses. Thank you. I was trying to make the system ready for the reset. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ripple's sitting on more cash now than they ever have. They're in a great spot. I got scammed out of 1500 XRP, lost all my ambition. Yeah, I mean, that's a good lesson learned. Now you need to get back in the game. When I say lobster and mention it's going to Stellar, do you mean XLM? Yes. Yeah. So basically, the idea is that the stock market's going to be moved over to the Stellar network. I will say this: when I'm watching this, when I'm watching this type of stuff in regards to QFS, this whole new system being rolled out, you get these different characters on there that say this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. For me, I mean, we've hedged ourselves either way it goes. We've got the metals, but every time I listen to them and I listen to them explain how it's going to be rolled out, whether it's true or not, at the end of the day, the best opportunity for me just seems to be load up on XRP and XLM. So I know I was listening to a guy talk about buying different stocks, buying Sony, buying Toyota. I mean, maybe I just don't understand it quite yet. But for me, the biggest opportunity still just would be in buying XLM and XRP. Yeah, Chad, I saw your message. I'll have to do that after the stream. I can't do it while I'm in it. Any interest in H-bar yet? I mean, I've always had some interest, but I got to see people actually use the tokens. Are you scared? No, I'm not scared at all. Wake up every day, fight the good fight, spread the good message, and if it comes down to it, we'll go down shooting. God willing, we will defeat this evil. Did you get scammed before on crypto? I've never been scammed before on crypto. Nope. Knock on wood. Flinging seeds. Yo. Yeah, guys, don't worry. I'm going to be dropping a full deep dive on the lobster in the Stellar ecosystem, and then I'm going to be doing another one on the Flare one. So I'll give you guys the thumbs up or the thumbs down, what's real, what's BS. Bay is on here giving me gifts, and I know I'm paying to gift myself right now. Bay thinks she's funny giving me these gifts. Mike, thank you for the gloves. Appreciate you, Mike. Sell Doge? I mean, God, yeah, I would have a while ago. Glenn, thank you for the 5 spot. Glenn, I appreciate that, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. She loaded up my credit card on TikTok and now she's giving me. Appreciate your insights on crypto. Most shared crypto YouTuber. Thank you. Appreciate that. Will the government take our crypto? No, I don't think so. Do you use the Lobster wallet? Yes. Yeah, so I downloaded the Lobster wallet today. I was looking across it. Um, it is true. There is like Toyota, Sony, all these different ones, but similar to what was going on with all the meme coins on the XRP ledger, there's all these people that are just loading up these coins that are called Toyota that aren't the actual ones. So be careful, guys. Don't just dive in and start throwing money around. Really take the time to research it, because I think that this is going to be massive. I think that two valuable skills that you could learn right now are going to be, basically it's one skill, two different networks, is going to be looking at that Flare ecosystem and basically DeFi for XRP and then DeFi for Stellar. Because they already got the liquidity pools going on. You know, we have tokenized stocks basically coming over here as well. Yeah, Bay's in trouble with me. Oh, guys, we blew by 20,000 likes tonight. 26,000. There's a list of approved domains for Lobster. Do you have the list? No. I will drop all the information, though. I'm super excited to do these deep dives. I think they're going to be really crucial for our community. Yo, that's crazy, Gregory. That's a crazy comment. Are you thinking of eventually staking your XRP, XLM for passive? Yeah, that's what I mean. Basically just learning how to participate in the liquidity pools, in the staking, in the lending, leveraging our bags. That's going to be important. I think that we're going to make plenty of money off of them, but especially in the meantime, while we're waiting, we can take this opportunity to get those other DeFi plays set up. Can you explain the relationship between XLS20 and XRP? Yeah, it's the new NFT code update, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term. They're updating XRP for NFTs. And so right now they're doing like a beta test net, and then they're going to be updating to XLS20. Are you coming out with an exit plan? I actually gave my exit plan. I did a quarterly report for my Discord group. That was at the end of the month, end of March. So I gave them my full exit strategy. Chad, thank you for pulling up, brother. Thank you for getting rid of the trolls. Zach, you're full on for XRP, bro, but do you have any other coins that are good for long-term hold? I just love the ISO coins. I feel like they're the most solid long-term holds. XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, and Algorand. Oh, I was gonna go live with Bay, but I forgot she doesn't have 1,000 followers yet. I was gonna say let's go live with Bay, but I forgot she doesn't have 1,000 yet. Why would you exit into the fiat dead dollar? I got to use the dollars to buy a house. Got to use the dollars to buy a house. That's the only reason why. TikTok influencers are getting paid to pump XRP. That's not true. Nope, Ripple doesn't pay anybody to pump XRP. Especially not little TikTok influencers. When do you think things will kick off? They have been kicking off. The Russia-Ukraine situation really took the currency war to a new level. Yeah, they've already. Yo, what's up, Blair? How's it going, man? Where to get silver coins? Just go to your local dealer. Go to your local dealer. Yeah. Yo, Brian. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for a great Wednesday night. You bet, Brian. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of your support, brother. I honestly don't think we will see a pump until 2024. I mean, it could be a rough ride for a bit. I don't rule that out at all. Yeah. Yeah. Even as bright as the future looks, and I think it's going to be amazing once we do roll over to this new system, these people are evil. I mean, they're going to go down putting up a fight. Look at what they released upon the world back in 2020. Which ISO pops first and which pops the hardest? Well, XRP is going after the biggest use case out of all of them. So it'll go the hardest, in my opinion. Calm before the storm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in the storm, kind of, but I don't know. It's kind of relative. It could get a whole lot worse. So, All right, guys, let's do five more minutes. Why hasn't the Cabal purchased all the ISO tokens? Probably because their assets have been seized. I'm holding a big bag of XRP, but suddenly I'm not so optimistic. Are you feeling the same? No, I'm not feeling that way at all. Feel great. I want to buy more. I feel like something has to happen soon. The less fortunate are suffering too much and it's not fair to them. Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like we got more pain on the way. Why no algo in my portfolio? It's because I sold it off at a buck 39. What is algo trading at right now, by the way? $0.79. Yeah, that's a great spot. It's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough. As I've already stated before, though, I'm not investing into the cryptocurrency market at this time just because the alt season pump is not guaranteed. Yeah, it would be nice. I'm hoping for it. I'm praying for it. But, nothing's guaranteed right now. We're in a really shaky spot on the verge of a recession. But the main reason, too, is because I'm going to buy a property. So that's why I haven't been investing in the cryptocurrency space. When I see these prices still so cheap, I really want to buy. Like when I was learning about lobster today, it was getting me excited and hyped, and I wanted to buy more XLM, but I'm holding back for now. All right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure coming on tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. If you're looking to get in touch with me, get in our group, anything like that, the merch, head on over to zachrector.com. It's all over there. We also have a life insurance link too. If you're looking to get set up with life insurance, add that to your strategy as well. Something to consider. You can at least get educated on it. Head on over to zachrector.com, hit life insurance, and I'll get you in touch with my guy and you can learn more. Appreciate all of you guys, though. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up for me, YouTube, on the way out. Smash that thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're going live next. Share this message with a friend, with other like-minded individuals. Thank you so much, guys. All right. You guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.